Hey guys, it's Trevor with High Desert Tactical, and I wanted to share an experience that I'm having with this 24-inch barrel versus the actual buffer tube. I wanted to actually get an AR-15 for long range, and so I traded a Colt SP1 that I had that is basically an older gun. I have a couple videos on it that are from a long time ago, and it's more of a collector's item than a shooter, and I really wanted to get it to somebody that would appreciate for what it is, and I might be able to trade up to a better gun, and that's what I did. And so this is kind of a kit gun. It's not the Panther or the 24 Special by DPMS, but it does have a DPMS 24-inch fluted bull barrel on it, and it's a Palmetto lower, and then the upper I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it works really well for what it is. But the issue that I came up with is that this lower was built before the upper. Somebody bought the lower all put together with the tube, and it's a carbine lower, and then they've got this upper with the 24-inch barrel, and they just put it together and then put it on the shelf to sell it. And the guy that I basically traded straight across my SP1 for this, I felt that it was a good trade because I got something that I wanted and I was going to use and get my time and money's worth out of it. The issue that I came up with or been having is that since this buffer tube is a carbine buffer tube, and this is basically a more than a carbine barrel, it's past 20 inches, and with the way the gas system is set up, the gun doesn't cycle very well with such a short tube. It's actually doing what they call short stroking, where it can actually rack around manually, eject around, but it actually doesn't push the bolt far enough back to load the next round or lock back on empty. Now if you lube up the bolt just right and have like a lighter spring in the buffer, you can kind of diminish that issue, but it still happens. And then stovepiping can come to be an issue, which I did have out on the day that I went and shot this. I shot roughly 50 rounds through it, and I had quite a few malfunctions to actually reload and fire again. But that was not a big deal. I kind of knew what was going on. So I'm actually going to upgrade it to this UTG rifle buffer tube. And you can see by looking at it, it is much longer. I mean, it's a good almost 4 inches, maybe over 4 inches longer. That's going to allow a lot more travel for that buffer and bolt to slow everything down for when the expansion through the barrel is working properly. And then it will be able to cycle a lot better. And so that was one thing that I wanted to share with you guys. So when you guys are putting guns together, make sure that if you're working with a barrel over 20 inches, I know that some 20-inch barrels will work with a carbine buffer and buffer tube, but it really doesn't happen a lot. Most 20-inch and over barrels, you're going to want to go with a rifle buffer and buffer tube. And I'm a lot more excited about this anyways because I wanted a fixed stock. It's going to add a little bit more reach on the gun, especially for when I'm going to be shooting it. And that's something that I wanted to share with you guys. So when you're building yourself a long-range AR-15, make sure that your lower, the buffer tube of the lower, is a standard rifle A2 or A1 tube and buffer to actually function properly with the barrel. So that's just kind of a quick thing I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe share an experience that you had, and I'd like to hear what you had to say. Other than that, you guys take care, be safe, and I will catch you later.